Yeah.
Podcast 21.
2-1, baby.
Yep.
Let's go.
Gotta flex. Man, we're a little late on this, but we had the Super 64 just passed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lorenzo competed in it.
Yes, sir.
And,
What place you get, Enzo?
Ugh, 6th.
Yeah, but 6 out of 64 is pretty nuts.
Yeah. Got $200, so
Yeah, that
it
was
is
cool.
what it is.
Yeah, you touched the money.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a fun event. How many guys did I go through?
Man, it was pretty crazy.
2, 4,
Yeah, that
it
was
was 8 guys, 3 losses. Shout out to Jose Luna. Fucking felt like a demon. And Cameron Clark, very strong.
Yeah. And Austin, who won.
Yeah, Austin. Super
Serious.
cool kid, super strong, well deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah, I hung out with his dad and him and talk about a class act.
Yeah.
Like his
Yeah.
speech for winning was phenomenal. It was all thank yous and
Yeah.
AERS is great. He's totally a product of his dad after meeting his dad. His dad's a gentleman.
Yep.
right.
Super astute. The way he spoke was just concise and about arm wrestling and about his how proud he is of his son, and that's beautiful. Right?
Yeah.
That's part of the sport, right? I came into the sport with my dad. He went with me to the first practice, and you don't want to lose in front of dad, right? It's
Yeah.
just this different thing.
Yeah.
And then going home and licking my wounds in the car on the way back, and dad's like, "Man, that was interesting, huh?" I'm like, that was humbling, very humbling. And his dad was, you could tell he's been on board from the beginning.
Yeah,
Oh,
super
yeah.
proud of him. Yeah, he actually he sent me a Facebook message, and I mean, me and him didn't even really talk. And he was like, "Hey, man, like, you know, you did super well. You know, I really hope to like pull with you. You know, it's just real class act."
Yeah, I gave him an invite to the next Flash Pin. We run 171 again.
What was his last name?
Oof, I have a message from him.
Finley, I think.
Finley, yeah, Austin Finley.
Yeah.
California guy.
Yeah.
Austin Fenley.
Yep.
And yeah, he's out of Sacramento.
Yeah, he trains
Sac
with
on. Sac County on.
what's his name? Santonio Bravo.
Okay.
Real small guy, 145er.
Yep.
He's been a world champ now.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Really good guy.
Okay.
Super skillful, long levers for his size for sure.
Nice.
A lot of lanes though. He's good.
Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, so he's training with a good group for sure.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah,
can
because
tell.
he's newer too.
Yeah.
Real fit guy.
Yeah.
Right? I talked to his dad about his lifting,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, he continues to do all traditional lifts. There's both his dad and him. You can tell he was raised in a house that is all about like holistic treating themselves.
Right.
Eating right comes first.
Love it.
You know, staying fit throughout life is obviously at the forefront of their values, and you could tell from his, him at his performance.
I mean, I knew firsthand because me and him did a pose off on the stage.
You guys had a flex off.
Yeah,
shirts
did do
off.
that.
Yeah.
They took their shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really broed out. So
Really broed out.
it was pretty cool.
Big time.
It was cool. Yeah, he did great. I think he just won his weight class in California last weekend. Too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I went to another one. Yeah, Finley was great.
Yeah.
Just trying to look on AERS arm.
Oh yeah, you had Jacob O'Loughlin
Yeah,
first
you had
round. No,
Jacob Laughlin.
Super fast Laughlin.
Ryan
always
Stockton.
super.
Oh
fast.
my goodness.
Yeah, that was a good one. This was a big day for you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of victories.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that first, or was it the second? No, the first one. Did you lose your first match or your second match?
No. I believe
Second
it
match.
may have
No,
been. It may have been the third actually.
Third match.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
may have been
yeah.
the
Third
third.
match.
Yeah, and that was to
Ryan Stalker, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Who you had already beat once.
no, he beat me, and then
And
at
then
the
you
end
beat
I
him,
beat
yeah.
him. Yeah. I should have just went inside the first time, but you live and you learn.
You could hear me in your
Oh
head.
my goodness. The whole car ride back home, I was just like, what the fuck? You should have just went in with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have pulled left-handed that day. But, I went in not pulling left-handed. Corey Miller enters my weight class.
Oh, fun.
I'm like, I'll do anything to pull you. And then I blew that shit to pieces.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
It's such a dumb idea. So
Bad
that, for
idea.
everybody, when you're injured, listen to your heart.
Yeah. Don't
and
pull.
not your ego.
Yeah.
Listen to your heart.
The ego is strong in arm wrestling for sure.
It is.
But right-handed, I got to eliminate everybody, and it felt awesome.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I go to a tournament. If I don't let anyone go to the strap, that means I just
you're doing
can't
well.
eat you all.
Yeah.
That was fun. Really fun.
That was a great day. It was a long day. I'm telling you right now, I'm never doing that again.
Man.
Never doing that again. I'm not getting there at fucking. What time did we get there? Yeah, we got there at like. What time did we get there?
Yeah, you guys got there at like 10:45,
10:45, and then
we left at like 10:45.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! What?
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
And I didn't pull until like 4.
Oh, gross!
No real food.
It's like no real food.
Yeah.
And like didn't really know when we were coming up, and you're trying to stay warm and like ready, and it was just absolutely impossible.
Yeah.
It was too long. It was too long.
It's rough,
but you know,
from a coaching perspective, for
we
me,
want to support the dudes.
Yep.
I don't know. That's tough.
It's my biggest argument for why pros should go first.
Yeah.
So I can go, I can compete,
Right.
and now I can coach my guys.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And the argument against it is there's a bunch of AMs that want to pull pro too, but I think you should just pull pro.
Exactly.
If you want to pull, that's
it.
Just pull pro.
Yep.
Yeah. But I get it. I get both sides.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a lot more transactions when they want to pull both sides.
Sure.
I totally understand.
Yeah, there's more money for sure.
Yeah, we want cool venues and we want cool events. So
Yeah, but also like it's also an argument for making it multiple days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and having a pro day.
Yes.
Oh, that's
we do that in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
If I had to go there and cheer on all my guys and then come back. Now, what if in amateurs you had to weigh in day of?
Yeah.
And Fridays was the amateur pull.
That's how jiu-jitsu does it.
That's how it. That sounds totally
Yeah.
wrong.
That's way more doable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh,
And then
they
you
could
come
do something.
back
They
Saturday.
could do something crazy in the amateurs and like give like a 5-pound weight allowance.
Right.
Yeah, you're within 5. It's amateurs. It's not a big deal.
It's whatever.
Not a big
It's
deal.
not the pros. And then the pros all weigh in on Friday.
Right.
And then they go to war.
Yeah.
That might be a way to do it.
would be really cool.
Yeah.
And then those AMs that want to pull, they can make weight the next day.
Right.
Or show up on weight on Friday.
Yep. So that they make it the next day, and then you just pull.
And just pull.
Yeah.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
The 2-day thing is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because we were there for 12 hours. That's crazy.
It's super long day.
I mean, you're mentally drained too. You
Yeah,
know?
and it was probably like 7 hours until we got on the tables.
Yeah. And then we have, our opponents coming in there, walking in at like
Chilling.
2:15. I'm like, yo, I'm ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, my guys pulled earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was here
I
talking
was
shit to them all. They all lost.
Just giving them all my energy.
Yeah. Well, I save a little for them.
Yeah.
No, but it is rough, and it is a good argument for the way it should be structured. The 2-day thing sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Especially if you do like that Friday.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday. 'Cause you
Or
have your
Saturday,
weigh-ins
Sunday,
day,
either way.
but your weigh-ins day Friday,
Yep.
and your pros pull Saturday. I love that idea.
Well, maybe if Flashpin does a tournament one day.
We'll see about that.
We'll see.
That's not our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this whole thing grows, right?
Yeah.
You get a lot more people involved, and these things have to happen.
Yeah, you kind of get
yep.
pushed up against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But that tournament was crazy, and then pulling with some of those guys at the end. Who's that 18-year-old kid?
Which one?
17.
Sandals?
Oh, the one. Oh
What a
gosh.
shout, dude.
Oh, my goodness.
That kid was...
He had the hands of like a fucking oil rig.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He felt
Like
crazy?
bedwell
I didn't get
hands.
to pull him.
He had hands like bedwells.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Young, little, fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say little.
No, not little.
He's just
I don't know
young.
about little.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
Yeah.
But man, he looked strong.
Yeah.
lethal, for
His
sure.
mom was there, like cheering him on. It
The
was
whole
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Poster mom cheering.
really
him.
cool.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, there are so many people. One of the cool things about the AERS Super 64 is it draws from everywhere.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, there were guys from all over the place.
Arizona, South Dakota,
Like any of you
California.
76ers, like I said, that didn't show up, Y'all are wild.
Yeah.
Like the left-hand tournament was massive.
Yeah.
All of it was big. It was just a
all of
big
it.
event.
Yeah.
I think they had 294.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's crazy. And almost everybody from the Super 64 pulled the tournament after, which is crazy.
It was a crazy event.
So cool to see that. Yeah. What the fuck was I going to say? Ryan Stalker. That kid, he said that he was over 200 pounds like the week before.
Oh, easy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went up to the table, I was like, what?
Yeah, he was a lot bigger than 176. So he made a good cut, and then now he's shipping off overseas. And then he said that he's going up. He wants to be like 220 by the time he comes back.
Oh, jeez.
So I was
That was the guy from Wisconsin.
yes, yes.
Very explosive.
He's
been pulling like 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years of arm wrestling, and I was like, oh,
Just a character too. I'd love
super
to bring
fun.
him out for a
yes, 100%.
Yeah, a lot of personality.
A lot
on
of
that guy.
personality.
Yeah, I
Funny
definitely want
guy.
to grip up with him again.
Yeah.
That'd be
You
fun.
guys, the first one was rough, and the
Yeah.
second one you knew what to do.
Yeah, that was good.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Him in the afters was really fun.
It
I can
was.
imagine.
Yeah.
Getting to pull with Corey in the afters was like groundbreaking for me. It was, I've been at events where Corey's at before. He's invited me to events, and I've gone and competed. And this was the time that we pulled in the after, and he goes, "So you want my respect? You're getting lethal now. You got my respect.
Nice.
You're legit."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
yes."
Got that
Tick that
blessing
box.
from
Tick
Mr.
that box,
from
yeah.
Mr. Miller.
Yeah. Oh my god, he
Love
taught
that.
us so much in the after. It was so fun. I mean, how to apply a press and a strap really differently.
Yeah.
Some techniques to
wow.
fool people into thinking you're top rolling or that their top roll is comfortable.
Man,
It was
Bringing them in. Yep.
I
was
wish I
beautiful.
could have been there.
Masterclass.
Man,
Yeah,
We need to
the
bring
top
him
roll
out.
masterclass was dope too. All of it was.
we need to bring him out again, man.
Yeah, for
Seriously.
sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was pretty beautiful. So we went from Super 64, and at that event, we got to announce that Devon himself, the man himself, came down to Austin to train with all of us
Yes.
Yeah, for a whole friggin' week.
Fucking
Yep.
memorable.
for 6 days straight of arm wrestling.
Yep.
Crazy. He arm
It's
wrestled
the
every
craziest thing.
single day.
Yeah, and I think before that he was in a tournament
Yeah.
like
And he had
the
been arm wrestling
weekend
every day
before.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But he would show up at the practice, and let's say 50 to 100 people would come, and he would sit at the table for about 3 hours' time
Yep.
and just pull the whole time.
yeah,
Yeah.
He would drink water
Yep.
and keep pulling.
Yep.
He'd clean the whole room out.
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe took one break.
Yep.
And we all just laid in.
Hard.
Yeah, he told all of us to hit. Please go in. Let's
Yeah.
go. Wasn't a lot of instructional time, but there was a lot of you getting to figure yourself out
Yeah.
when you're pulling him.
Yeah.
Because he gives you so much to work
Yeah,
with.
to work with. And I think that's something that people need to take away from stuff like that when you're pulling these guys that are at the top. It's like they're not always going to give you. Like you got to think about how many times they go and pull hundreds or thousands of people throughout a year. Like they don't want to sit there and give you tips. Every single person
No
tips
way,
on how
they
to
don't have time
pull.
for it.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
But if you're smart enough to realize that they're not trying to pin you, they're not trying to beat you, they're trying to get work.
Yes.
And while you're working, if you can realize like what you need to work on based on what they're doing. Like Devin, I realized, his thumb pronation's absolutely insane.
That's the world level piece of it.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, so you can start adjusting around it and you can put as much pressure as you want
And he's cool.
and see what falls apart because he's not falling apart.
Yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
fall apart, yeah.
You fall apart. So it's like, okay, I need to get better with my back pressure on my shoulder. I need
it's
to
like
get my
the
shoulder
perfect way to find links in your chain. that are weak.
right, that are weak. Yeah.
Yeah, and where you hurt afterwards.
Right, and where you hurt.
Right, like my shoulder got blown
Everybody's
out.
shoulder was blown
My
out.
pec was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah,
It was
that-
awesome.
it was
like a train wreck.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. It was
Yeah, I had
great.
newbie pains when I left.
Yep. And
It
then
was, beautiful.
we went back. Like I think
Yep.
since I started arm wrestling, that was the most I've trained in a week.
Yeah.
No question.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Because we had the tournament
We
Saturday.
had tournament.
Yeah,
we
of
trained
course,
with him
all
on
day
Monday.
and we probably worked out. I
Yep.
know I worked
Yep.
out twice.
Worked out. Yep. Worked out in between.
And then we had Friday
And then
with
we
him.
had Friday.
Yeah.
So And I don't feel shitty.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
neither.
feel that. Like I can tell. I tense up my radial brachialis, and I can tell it's sore.
Yeah, my left's obliterated. He's like, no, we can pull left too, and I'm like, I can't. Everybody's yelling, no, you can't. And then I'm on the table pulling left.
Yeah, and putting too much pressure.
Yeah.
on that.
But it was so cool. And then there's a video out it, and so much hate in the video. It's crazy. I won't even get into that aspect, but the aspect I will get into.
Oh, I'll get into it.
Is like those
Please.
of us that put a pin on him. It's not because we're better or anything.
No.
It's that he's giving us a whole lot of room to work.
Yeah.
And you can give someone a little too much room.
Yep.
And then the next one, he would just go, "Kink,"
Yep.
and straighten
Take
me
it
right
right
out.
back.
Yeah.
Take it right
And
back.
Straighten me right out.
Yep.
If you guys don't realize that because you obviously might not be at that strength level yet, have guys in your club that can do that to you or you can do it to them, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Right? We have guys that, just started and where they're holding them.
Yeah, all the way
But-
to guys who compete.
Guess what? If you give them a little bit too much, you're going to get pinned. Of
course.
And that's fine. You know what I mean? And
Part of
that's
the work.
Right. You have to work. Like people have to realize on each segment of the table what happens to your body and what happens to the other person's body when you move the arms through those arcs.
Through the chains,
Yeah. And sometimes you just let too much go and then, and Devin was doing that. But some of our guys are super fucking strong.
Yeah.
But also the guy, he's been pulling all week long, whatever, doing his thing.
No one left there thinking they could beat Devin in an arm
Never.
wrestling
No.
match. This is not.
That'd
That's
be
not how we
ludicrous.
do
It looked like there were people online that are like, "Oh, they probably think they can."
Yeah.
win a match."
And I'm
No,
like,
no one thought that at
Oh,
all.
no.
Ever.
And they don't know that. Like Devin shows up and he's like, "Lay in, boys."
Yeah.
Like this is part of his regiment.
Right.
To build, especially for his left on the way to Kardec.
Right.
You've never seen Devin go, "All right, we're pulling left now," and you're like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Right.
And his left felt stout.
Right.
I mean, it was primo.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's letting us lay in
Yep.
and give him pressures
Right.
and learn where you fall apart.
Right.
And to me, that was the coolest part, though.
Coolest part.
Is coming apart, how everything starts coming apart.
Yes.
And his ability to stop you with his thumb.
Yeah.
Another takeaway from that for me was we can all look at that and go, okay, this is the move we train. But that is definitely not the case.
Yeah.
He's done this move for 30 years.
Yep.
Right.
So, like, to think that at my age, I'm even going to begin to go with
Right.
that and say that's what I'm going
Right.
to train. No, you have to look at where you're naturally
Right.
strong
Yep.
Right.
and hone your skill base.
Yes.
Exactly.
Because what you're feeling from him,
It's completely different.
oh my God,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not measurable.
It's not measurable.
It was
not,
very
yeah.
cool.
It's yeah. It was it's very interesting. Very nice dude. His whole family, Auden,
Yeah.
Jody.
Yeah,
great,
Autumn was great.
Great people.
Arm wrestling with Autumn was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, my level of respect for like that, not just Devin, but for like whole family is just increased like exponentially.
I mean, we never
Yeah.
had any idea they were that cool.
Yeah.
Never.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't mean that as a Devin fan. I mean
Yeah.
that as that's a cool
Just
dude.
just
good human being.
as a like man to man, human to human.
Yeah, we had him on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
I ended up getting to talk to him on the side about my time in combat, his time in combat,
Yeah.
and we just sat and riffed for
Yeah.
25 minutes there about war and what we learned as men and how we
Amazing.
grew as human beings and
Right.
my time over there. We were at different times in different areas, but we both knew where each other were at.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you're a regular ass grunt.
Yep.
Like that dude, he's just a grunt.
Yeah.
And very intelligent and honest, forthcoming.
Right.
Like, he was a lot of human being. Really
Yeah,
cool.
man.
Great gravity.
Yeah.
A lot of human being. And what he attracts, right?
Right.
This wasn't just arm wrestlers that showed up. Like
Oh man.
people came out of the woodwork.
Influencers.
People
from
we were like, who are these
Yeah.
people that are showing up?
Yeah.
Influencers, wellness
Fitness
people,
people,
fitness people, just showing
to
up.
meet Devin.
Yeah, just to meet Devin.
Yeah.
So it's like
Special.
Yeah.
it's super special.
Yeah, I had posted just a small clip of me pulling with Devin, and the amount of people who knew who Devin was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like I got a few messages that were like, "Oh, you just pulled a legend. That's a legend." And they don't arm wrestle. They probably have seen arm wrestling maybe a handful of times,
Yeah.
but they knew Devin was the man.
The handful of times is Devin.
Yeah.
great.
They knew
Yeah.
Devon was the man.
Yeah, everybody at my work knew exactly who he was.
Yeah, you arm wrestle. You know that tall Canadian guy, Larratt?
Sure do.
No, exactly. But that, I was having a conversation with Ryan on the side, and it was that is what legends are. Like that is how you define the legendary person.
Yeah, their name just spreads everywhere.
Yeah, it just it goes across all boundaries, right? Like everywhere.
Transcends.
Yeah, transcends. That's the word. Yeah. So, and that's his job, and it's not our job, and all that. And there's a lot of shit I can go into with these comments with this fucking these comments that people were leaving. It was just like, these people don't live in reality. They don't leave the house.
They're not
They
trolls,
just
they're goblins.
They're goblins,
Yep.
man.
Yeah. There's goblins.
But the fact that Devon can freely roam the world and
Make an impression.
wherever he goes, he makes an impression.
Crazy.
And he just has fun doing it. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't care. He doesn't need to pull the top guys to get ready for the top guys.
Yeah.
He's going around and pulling
everybody.
all of the little guys and everyone else that will show up to get ready for the top guys.
The cosmic punch.
Yeah, the cosmic punch is
It's
a real thing.
truly special thing to be a part of.
Yeah.
Because then when we go watch it, right, we're like,
I
was a part of that.
I gave him
I
a
contributed.
little tiny piece of it.
Yeah, that's a cool way to look at that. For
Super
sure.
cool. Yeah.
That's the gift he gives back when he leaves.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, all of us had this cool memory. We talked about it for hours, right? But there's another piece, and that's what we gave back to him.
Right.
Yep.
And we'll all get to see it.
Well, I mean, the number one thing for me, at least, that I took away from it is let's just train more per week.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say a minute ago.
Yeah,
is my walk away from it was got to pull twice a week, no question.
Yeah.
And I can train more because
Yeah.
I'm not tore up
Right.
too much.
Right.
And I felt great,
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
And we just got to do the sport more, of course.
Do the sport
More
more.
arm wrestling, for
More
sure.
arm wrestling.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
do what you want to be good at more often.
Right.
And obviously,
Yeah.
obviously we should be doing that.
Yeah. It's harder, obviously, because it's, one body part, so you put a lot of stress on that body part. It ends up hurting for a little bit. But every other sport that I've done, you do it multiple days per week,
So now you get
multiple, and
good.
sometimes you have to sandbag a little bit.
Yep.
You're
Yeah.
like,
I
oh
mean,
man,
football,
I'm
wrestling.
pretty fucked up. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah, wrestling
Go a
was
little-
5 days a week.
5 days a week,
Gross.
5 days a week, all
That
year
grind
round,
was- yeah,
bro.
all year.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I look back, I'm like, that was the grindiest part of my life in athletics. I
yeah,
can definitely bring that to this.
100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Even as we get older.
Right.
I mean, we might as well throw ourselves in the fire.
Yeah, throw in the fire, see what happens.
Yeah, it was a really, really cool experience.
Yeah.
And not just him, but all the other pullers that we got to pull with.
Yeah,
that show.
everybody coming out that we see when we go to tournaments.
Yep.
But they're like, oh man, when's he coming out? Like, hey, I'll be here Friday at 8.
Every
Like,
day
oh,
show.
all right, we're going to try to make it out there. And people are showing up. And, the cool thing about Devon being able to pull so long is that people that, like, got out of work late
Yeah, they
ended
showed
up
up and
coming
he's still
up
pulling.
and he's
Yep.
still pulling.
Yeah.
Like you said, 3 hours later, and he's still there. And he's like,
Soaked
Yeah.
through his shirt.
who's next?
Barefoot.
Yeah, barefoot.
Talking shit.
Talking shit. And just killing.
Everyone.
I think my highlight on Friday was when Dimitri showed
It's
up.
all I'm thinking right now. I did the same.
Dude, that was it was like out of a movie. It was amazing.
He's like, Dimitri, come to me. Come to me. And Dimitri's like, oh.
I just came for pancakes, dude.
But Dimitri did, and
Yep.
they went at it. There's people in the comments that talking about Dimitri pulling, like, oh, like they don't know that he's world level.
World.
And Devon didn't give him like he gave to us.
Yeah, he's got
Like,
yeah.
guys, any of you that are like, I'll crush him, come see Dimitri.
Crazy.
We could all put up your grand.
Anything you want.
Yeah, put up
You're
your
not
money. He's not going to do it for free,
Nope.
but he'll happily beat you.
anyone.
Yeah.
Any of you guys out there
anyone.
thinking that Dimitri's what like
I'm pretty
guys,
Speaking of
this-
Dimitri, and one of the cool things from this, and speaking of training more often,
Yeah.
is like, I'm going to go get back to doing some work with Dimitri.
Yeah.
And that's going to be painful.
Yeah.
But he's like, he like didn't believe I was still in the same weight class. I'm like, yeah. He's like, but you're bigger. I'm like, that's part of being an athlete.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of
Just
course.
Get bigger and stronger and stay within our realm. He's like, I gotta feel it. Let's go back to work. Like, oh,
Oh no.
oh no, but, oh yes,
Yes.
You know, all the
Oh,
shit I
man,
talk. Let's go. Okay.
They're gonna grow immensely
Yeah,
from that
yeah.
training. And that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's all about.
Growth for sure.
Yeah, he wants me to pull Artem Ternenko.
Yep.
Nice.
Devin said that's the guy I should be pulling.
Yes.
So
I agree.
Dimitri's like, I'd like to teach you some Russian before you pull him.
Yes.
So you can talk shit in Russian.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
I'm like, okay,
I love it.
I'm in. Tag me in, coach. Let's go.
I might be a East versus West match.
I mean, that's some kind of fun. Period.
That's a fun
Or
match.
maybe a flash pin.
Maybe.
See?
Yeah. Maybe.
What?
Crazy talk. But yeah,
Who would we get as our second commentator and our MC?
we have to figure all that out. That's a whole lot. And I ain't working it when I'm doing it. I'm straight war mode.
Yeah.
The only mouth you hear from me is shit talk.
Right. Yeah,
That's
that's going to be a fun match. And, you know, it made me realize, man, Texas is where it's at for
It
most
is.
sports, man.
Big time.
It is.
Like, I moved here in 2018, and I was doing jiu-jitsu at the time, and jiu-jitsu just started taking off when I moved here.
big
And
here, right?
yeah, and it was like
Yep.
COVID helped,
Yep.
right?
here.
Yeah, because
Yep.
you couldn't train anywhere else in the country, and we could still train here during COVID.
Texas doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, didn't give a fuck. We shut down for 1 week, and that was it.
Everybody's like, fuck this.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the worst fucking 1 week of my life. But then everybody started moving here. Gordon Ryan moved here. Actually, that whole squad moved here, Danaher Death Squad. And now they're all off, and they all have their own schools here, Georgetown.
Yeah.
So,
Is Craig Jones out here too?
yeah, B
Oh
team.
my god.
Yeah, and Gordon Ryan's brother's on his team.
Crazy.
Awesome.
And Nicky Rod and Nicky's little brother
Crazy.
and Nicky Rod's brothers on that team.
Do they
And
do their
then-
shows here too?
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah,
We need
it's
to-
all
we need
done
to go
here.
to that.
Yep.
Yep. Bring a table. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
CJI, Craig Jones Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a fucking cool idea.
Yep.
That's a big money.
It's $1 million, right?
Yeah, they got somebody to invest $1 million to the winner of that.
After wait, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So I love that idea. I feel like we both, you know, he doesn't know me, but we had the same idea. Of
course.
Right? The CJI and Flashpin, like, are both trying to do the same thing in
Well,
each
it's like
other's
those
sport.
ideas that are in
Yeah,
the ether, and
right.
everyone, like, you have it.
Right.
And it's just,
Yes.
it just needs to come together.
It does,
You know?
yeah. So I'm telling you, every sport that comes to Austin is going to flourish.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
it's just-
and when you think about it too, you have BJJ,
Right.
which is blown up.
Right.
And granted, comedy is not the sport.
No,
but
but
comedy
still-
is blown up here.
But it's in the same realm, like
exactly.
of thought,
Yes.
right? Like your brain, the same brain power that you put into, because it's all art at the end of the day,
Yep,
right?
exactly.
Martial arts
Yep.
are an art,
Yep.
right? It's a
Comedy
form of
is-
art. So comedy most comedians will also do a martial art, of
course.
you know, because
Yeah.
you're using the same.
Look at
brain
Rogan.
space. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I think literally any sport or anything that comes to Austin. Robert Rodriguez on his podcast, who was he talking to? He was talking to another director, and he said, "Oh, you're in Austin now." He's like, "That's awesome because you're going to be way more creative."
Yep.
You know,
Oh, I mean,
there's
we're
like a
in
place for
creativity
it's
central.
Yeah.
just there's something about this town that
Look at the pickleball explosion.
yeah,
Yeah.
pickleball. Yeah, which
Pickleball.
pickleball is hella fun. Like I thought it was a stupid sport until I
it's
played
also
with these
fun.
guys, and I was like, "This is fun." I can see why this blew up.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, I don't know. I think arm wrestling can make it massive down here, and that's what Flashman's trying to do.
I think it's already happening.
Yeah,
I think it's
yeah,
happening.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went to the after party venue today,
Yes, for
Yeah,
our,
talk about
for our
that.
event. Yeah.
and it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's got like a house party, kind of a club scene.
Yeah.
They're gonna let us throw a bunch of tables in there.
Yeah.
It's only gonna be for the arm wrestlers.
Very cool.
Everybody who comes, of course, but not like a club event that we're just mobbing into.
No.
It's a private party.
Yeah.
And they let us customize, play all our own music.
Yep.
Awesome.
Food, drinks.
Food, drinks.
I can't be more excited about that piece.
Yeah.
Like it is something different.
Yeah, it's going to be different.
Yeah. I really hope we get a good group of guys to come experience that.
Yeah.
And make it worth being something we continue to do.
Yeah.
Because that extra piece is going to be so fun. A fun way to close the night out.
Yeah,
Close out
definitely.
So that brings everyone together.
Oh, God, yes. And it's one of the best parts of even tournament pulling is you have all these athletes in the same room and we're done with our thing and we're all like, what do we do? We all mob to the tables and we start learning, right?
Right.
We just start playing. Let me feel where you're strong.
Right.
It's very, very. It's the magic part of the sport.
Yeah.
Right.
And we get to know each other, too.
Yeah, big time.
Deep
Have a
level.
drink. Yeah.
Well, and then
Break bread.
yeah, and we're trying to get more members of the public to join in on this. Yeah. There's a fee to get in, but the idea is this can be like kind of a little bit more than just arm wrestling, like a networking event.
Of course.
Like something that people, and I really am leaning towards like just making this an Austin thing, right?
Yeah.
Like this is what we are. This is what we do here. You know, so people can come and they like watching it and they don't think they can do it, but then they get dragged on the table by this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like,
And everybody can do it.
yeah. Oh, I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like we had Lauren there.
Yes.
And she brought one of her friends, and they were filming, and she was like, "Well, you gotta go against one of us on the table." I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely, of
course."
And the dude was kind of hesitant, you know, and I was like, "I'm not gonna hurt you, man.
Yeah.
Like you're probably gonna hurt yourself, but if you listen to my instructions, you'll be good to go." And he loved it. He was like, "This is so fun. This is so," and he had a strong hand, and I was like, "See, like people,
That camera hand.
yeah."
That camera,
like, one of the biggest problems today in society is people not knowing their strength.
Sure.
And I think when you do realize that you do have strength and you're not just a fucking weak person, it changes a lot about how you operate in life, right? You don't just succumb to, oh, I'm weak and I don't want to do this and I can't run and, you know, I get tired, whatever. If you go and do a sport or you get into the gym or you find a friend group that's like into being active, your whole world changes.
Yep.
You change as a whole, like a complete human being.
Mindset shift. Mindset
Yeah,
shift.
yeah,
Sure.
right.
Big
It does.
time.
It
Yeah.
does.
Big time. I mean, it's like when you're a kid and you get into martial arts. It's one of the things it teaches you.
Yes, sir.
It instills a sense of pride and physicality.
Yeah.
Yes,
And especially as males, females too,
Yep.
but as males, we really should have pride and physicality.
always.
And like, you don't want to destroy the masculine male.
No.
And that's the first way you neuter that motherfucker.
Right,
Is you say,
right.
"Oh, that doesn't matter."
Yeah.
No, it matters a lot.
It matters a lot.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Have pride in your physicality. Yeah. It's
Right.
one of the reasons we tell everybody, like, lift weights traditionally.
Yep.
And arm wrestle.
And
yeah.
arm wrestle, yeah.
But don't forget to, get in there and tear it up.
Yeah, you got to.
Yes.
You got to.
Yeah, get in there and tear that bitch down because it makes you feel good.
Right.
You walk out of there, and when you come home to your
I
wife,
did something.
Yeah.
you kick the door in.
Right.
You'll crack that thing. It's like, "Are you home?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you come in.
Right.
You're the man.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of like the male genetic for sure.
Right.
And we should all not be afraid to let that be what it is.
Right.
For sure.
Right. And arm wrestling brings that out. I don't
Oh
know.
my God,
I don't know
those.
one guy that if you're just out in a place full of just a bunch of random guys and you're like, yeah, I'm an arm wrestler. There's not one of them that's going to be like, oh yeah, whatever. No, they're going to be like,
You what?
What?
you do what?
yeah. Every time.
You mean like
Yep.
yeah, yeah, this.
Let me feel it. Let me feel it.
Let me feel that, you know. And it's like people that you wouldn't even think that would ever even come up and ask you that.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
yeah, it's special, man.
Yeah.
It's a special sport.
Yeah.
It's the most accessible, right?
Most accessible.
You can
You've
do
done
it.
it with your boss, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I can't think of any other sport that you can do anywhere
right there at the desk.
at the desk. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no problem.
It's
One of the beauties, right?
And it's just a feeling of strength.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
you don't
just-
even have to do. It's just all right. Grip
You
up
literally can just do that.
and do whatever
just-
you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Have
it's
your
like-
way.
Yeah.
Like you almost feel like Devin.
Yeah. right. 100%.
Come here, son.
Yeah. And that is a special part too, is being able to hold people now.
Yes.
And it's like, oh man, imagine being Devin doing that against people that you're like, damn, this dude's strong.
Against Eddie Halls and
Not
Brian
going
Shaws.
against- yeah, he can't go through
The
me.
strongest humans alive.
Yep.
No one holds the strongest
So
humans.
insane.
Shaq. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's very
Shaq.
special.
Wow.
One of the things I wanted to talk to before we had to leave this was Flashpin, in particular the events, and what your guys' thoughts are.
Yeah.
Because I have to remain fairly neutral.
Yeah.
And obviously I have some ideas of who I think is going to do what.
Yeah.
But let's start with the 54s.
Yeah. Oh.
Who do you have in the 54s? So Gubbs, Iskandar, Fussell, and Cameron.
You
And
know-
you felt Cameron.
Yeah. I mean,
You felt Gubbs too.
Gubbs feels great, you know, but I just got to go with my dude, Fussell. I love that kid.
And Fussell was there Friday.
Yeah.
And Fussell is in.
Yeah.
He is.
He's a unit. He's a tiny unit.
He's ready.
He's ready.
yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
actually
motivated.
was worried that
Yeah.
he wasn't going to be ready, and then I
Me
gripped
too.
him, and I was like,
Okay.
That
"Oh, you're
boy's
like
ready.
so
Yeah,
ready."
that boy's ready.
Yeah.
I felt like a big brother. Like he was pulling on his head. I was like, don't go too hard. It's like chill.
Yeah. And he's like, "I'm fine."
I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so strong.
Jake, man.
Iskandar is obviously extremely explosive.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to. He doesn't speak English, or very little, but he'll have so much personality up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the dude is a freak.
Yes.
Like he's the animal. Jake's the freak.
Right.
Cameron is, wildly fast. And, he's kind of the guy coming out of nowhere, but
right,
he's
right.
been waxing everybody.
Right.
Like a win on Roman,
Right.
a win on Fussell after
Right.
losing to Fussell.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, they didn't pull.
yeah.
He outplaced Fussell.
Right.
But he's lost to Fussell in the past, and now he's like, oh, I'm going to destroy him.
Yeah.
Close.
Right.
Perfect.
And like his level of bravado coming into
Confidence
this.
for
Yes.
sure.
Oh, it's so high. And then Gubbs is a sleeper. These boys don't
Gubbs
even
is
know.
a sleeper, man.
Because he's real serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't train with him much. And
When I felt him, I was
Yeah.
like,
He's real deal.
Like him whacking Ian. It was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, this is
That was
gonna
kind of
be-
a big deal.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was kind of a big deal.
Because he stonewalled.
On both too. It wasn't that, when he pulled in with the right, I was like, okay, but when he waxed him on the left, I was like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something else. See, his left ain't nothing to
Yeah.
shake a finger at.
No. Yeah, you don't take that old man seriously.
Nah, he'll kill you.
Yeah. He's always trying to murder
And he'll
people.
never let you go.
No. But yeah, he was able to hold it center.
Yeah.
And it was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
That one's crazy.
Yeah.
That 150, oh, man.
Where do you see it going?
Fussell. I'm,
You think
I'm
Fussell's
with
gonna be too
Fussell.
much?
Yeah.
Interesting, yeah.
He's just so motivated right now. You can just see it in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he doesn't say a lot of words, but like you can just tell like
He's
his
glowing.
Yeah,
he's
high
glowing.
energy, for
Yeah,
He's
sure.
like, this
yes.
is my time.
Right.
In this
Yeah.
sport, this is my time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yes.
crazy.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
So then we move up to the 171s.
Yep.
Drew, who we saw at the Super 64.
Right.
Yes.
And then we have
Getz.
Heath.
Heath
Getz.
Chisty. Getz was a little overweight.
Yep.
And I was a little worried about him making it.
Yeah.
And then we talked on Friday
Yep.
at the Devon
He's
thing.
getting down there.
He's all good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, he's
Very
like,
good.
oh, I'm into keto now.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah. Let's
Good
go.
boy, let's go.
Come on with that keto, son.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And he is solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a sleeper, man.
He's a
Yeah.
big sleeper. I think.
Because Heath is going to come in raging.
Yep.
I mean,
Getz has a win over all those guys. I don't know about Drew, actually. But I know he has one on Heath. and
he
it's
has
working.
one on Heath. What about Draper? He's pulled Draper. Draper is the one that's coming out of
To
nowhere.
me, that's
as
a
a vet.
sleeper.
That's, it really
I
is.
heard.
I think
that
that's a
he
sleeper.
is a super sleeper.
Yeah. He
I heard
is.
that he is ridiculously.
And
good.
his hand is ridiculously big.
Yeah,
It's
I think
probably
he's a
the size of
machine.
your hand.
Yeah, that's
what?
crazy
Yeah,
at
yeah.
170.
Yeah, it's
the-
that
How
crazy.
tall is he?
He's got to be 6 foot.
Oh, okay,
6'1".
he's got height on him.
He's
Okay.
tall. Yeah,
Okay,
he's
okay.
tall. He's got long levers, but his hand is special.
Okay.
He was a dirt bike guy,
Oh, okay.
right?
Gotcha.
So all that hanging on.
yeah.
Yeah, his hands are
Yeah,
stout.
dirt bike riding is serious.
For sure.
For
Yeah,
building up
and so
form.
Getz lost one round to Heath Chisty, and then came back and beat him.
Yeah.
Oh, he lost to Drew.
He has a loss to Drew.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I
23.
think that's gonna be different
Texas
though.
State.
He pulled Lorenzo, too, huh?
Oh yeah. Waxed my ass.
Yep.
Oh,
And
that was
23 at the
Fit
Fit
Games.
Games.
Yeah.
Was that right before I came in?
No, you were.
Oh, this was yeah. No, this had to be because you didn't move down here until.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of you training with us.
Yes. Yeah, I got Getz for that one.
Oh, you think Getz is going to win it?
Yeah, I mean, again, he's I know him. He's beaten me. I felt Getz. I think if he can just everything is turned on, I think he can win it.
Yeah. And yeah, does Getz show up turned on, right? That's
Yeah.
a big one. And I know, like, he's been telling me, well, this is my come out event. I'm going
Yes.
to kill all these guys.
Yeah.
And then you have to line me up something because I'm ready. And it's like,
Damn.
oh.
Well, because
I
I've
don't-
never heard Getz talk like that. So
Ever.
if he has that confidence right
Yeah.
now, I think he'll definitely win.
Yeah, he sounds
killing
super
everybody.
confident.
Yeah.
His biggest worry was making weight, but now that it's all coming down, he's like, oh, yeah, great, I'm good.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be very, very interesting. 'Cause
Is he the favorite? He lost to Drew, right?
But he beat him.
Oh,
He came back and beat him. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, he's got to be the favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
If it's not
Out of,
Draper.
out of all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, when was the last time Daryl Draper pulled? Is he a Texas guy?
yeah.
Okay.
What? Oh, he must pull up. 2023.
That's when he lost to me.
Yep, 2023. Interesting. Oh, he beat Taylor.
No, he lost.
Oh, sorry, lost to Taylor. Yeah, I was like, what?
And go back to the 221 for him. Yeah, and he did just pull up. He just wouldn't even bother.
Locked and loaded. Lost to Chris Hood and Kyle Norman.
And Chris is super fast. That's how I beat him.
Chris is fast.
So funny.
That's so
He lays right
funny.
up there.
Yeah.
I wish we'd see more of him now and get him back down in weight and competing because he was super deadly. Dude.
Yeah.
And Chris used to be 300 pounds.
Wow.
Arm wrestling.
Goodness.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
That's
And he dropped
He's in
down
the
to
supers.
170s?
I mean, he's been way down in weight. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Good for him.
And he just shows up and pulls every class.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty amazing. And he's so fast. Like, he just sits there loose-handed and then just goes,
Whip.
boom, and he whips it. You're like, oh, okay. Let me hang on to you,
Very
boss.
crazy.
Yeah. All right, then we go into what is my most anticipated part of this
Yeah,
whole
it's
card.
209s.
If it's not the main event, the 209s.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Cody Haga, Caleb Ricks,
Ryan Carter,
Ryan Carter, and Danny Alshrift.
Danny Alshrift.
And Danny comes out of nowhere, but everybody who knows Danny is like, "Oh, yeah, that's the guy." I'm like,
Wow,
"Oh,
really?
Yes." You
The old head.
No, that's Danny Gillian.
Oh, okay,
This
okay,
is-
okay.
This is the guy who competed at AWU. He kind of dressed like the Undertaker, and he had a super match against Ryan Carter. And he pressed.
Oh, yeah.
He got 2 wins on Ryan that day. Both were from fouls.
Okay.
But I mean, they both left the table completely drenched.
Okay.
And to give Ryan that kind of war at 220,
Yeah.
Was that the one that you had a super match at?
no.
Okay.
No, different one.
Okay. Interesting.
But he, he had a war with Ryan.
Yeah.
And you get 2 on Ryan, no matter how you got him.
Yeah.
That means you're serious.
Yeah.
He just pulled Caleb at Louisiana. Louisiana State.
Did he beat Caleb?
No, Caleb's the only
okay.
one who beat him.
Okay.
And Caleb in the chat is like, I'm going to kill you. But who's the favorite in that?
Oh, man. I mean, I want to go with either Cody or Ryan. To me, those are my favorites in that.
Because you think Cody's putting the work.
Oh, yeah. I see him working. I mean,
good.
I know him too a bit, so, like, I have that connection. And then just seeing Ryan compete, he's a
Ryan's an
demon.
animal.
Yeah, Ryan's.
The
I didn't know he
levers.
was an animal.
Ryan's levers.
The levers are so long.
Yeah.
It's gonna look crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't know Ryan as the animal.
Yeah, I don't.
I hope you get to meet that Ryan.
Yeah.
Because you've met Ryan with children.
Just hanging out.
Tame Ryan.
No problem. Trust you.
Yeah.
Like, he's a good arm wrestler. Yeah, he's good. No, he's like
Really good.
and he's crazy.
Yeah.
My first tournament, my introduction to Ryan, they were like, "Oh, he's like one of the." Everybody thought I was 220. They're like, "Oh, he's the top 220 guy." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And little did I know, I'm competing at 220s, even though I weighed 198 because there wasn't a class for me. But Ryan is up there screaming.
Yeah.
Like he would pin someone and he'd turn around and just. I was like, I love this guy. Who's that guy? He's nuts. So, do we get a glimmer of that dude?
I think so. I think so.
Because there's a lot of dudes that want to whack him in this.
Right.
Yeah.
All three people want to whack Ryan.
Right.
Like, of anything they want, it's to whack Ryan.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the point about being on this promotion too. To like let that fucking
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let that thing fly.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and with it being triple elim, like you're showing up to pull everybody.
Right.
And you're going to
Right.
pull every hand.
Yeah.
And, put up or shut up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's a lot of talk. Like the quietest person is probably Cody, and he's just embracing the brooding underdog.
Yeah.
And I think he thinks that people are sleeping on him. And he's
I
just
don't.
quietly training.
I don't. That'd be silly.
He sent me some lifts.
Yeah.
And when he sent me the video, he goes, "Don't share this video with anybody."
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, "Look at this lift." And I'm like,
Secret lifts.
"Oh, it's real crazy."
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't even know if that's real, Cody.
So the other thing why I think Cody.
Yeah.
So the other reason why I think Cody can win this is he's training hard, but I think the other motivator is that he just got married
And he loves her.
and he loves that woman. So he's ready to die on his shield.
He's ready to die.
He's ready
Well,
to
it,
die on
just,
his
it
shield.
brings you to another level. Once again, going back to the comment section of the Devon video. Get a girl.
Yeah.
Yes, get a fucking girl. Yes.
Because, along with all the other shit we're saying, like, there's a lot of motivators in this world.
Not one like that.
Yeah. Like, no. It makes you want to be a better person.
Yeah.
Which includes your masculine flex.
100%.
When you're going to get up there and take or lose your man card.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, Cody's coming in real, and he's loved right now, right?
Yeah.
He's probably eating better.
Oh, sleeping better.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is just better.
Everything's just better.
Focus on
Yeah.
the task at hand.
Yeah. He's been training with Caleb for years, and it has to be a motivating factor for him to get this shot to crack Caleb.
Right.
Sure.
And because usually they're cheering each other on.
Yeah.
I mean, they've cheered each other on against me multiple times. So I know what's up there. I know how they all feel.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what's about to happen, boys.
I have no idea.
Like the Caleb that's here right now.
Yeah.
He's so serious.
Yeah.
All right.
He's so serious everywhere. His hand is great.
Yeah.
And it's like he didn't even need the hand because of like where he goes, but now he has the arm and it's not the hand that's great, but the whole thing.
Right.
Oh, good luck, boys. We're in for a long night.
All right.
It's a long night.
I'm excited.
It's a
That's gonna
long
be a game
night.
of attrition, right? That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if someone goes
there-
3 out,
No.
I don't
think
I don't
that's
think
happening.
happens.
I think it's going to be a long haul.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is really cool. This
gonna
tournament
get
structure.
ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's gonna get ugly.
The structure is what's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, just think about how this all could play out. Like if Cody and Caleb go against each other and Cody wins.
Yep.
And he goes undefeated in that first line of all three guys. He goes through all three people. All three people maybe have one loss. We go over to the next, and they're all going to bang again, but now everybody gets to adjust.
Right.
And depending on what kind of wars you got in, did Cody end up getting in one with Ryan inside?
Right.
And they held each other there?
That's what I was going to say.
Did Ryan get caught in a press with Danny?
Yeah.
And Ryan start sweating his ass off?
Yep.
And get away with it?
Yep.
Or foul out?
Right.
After a grinder?
Right.
Oh, boys. And then, if Danny as flop wristing, I feel like it might be one of the most efficient ways to maintain your damage.
Yes.
Because when you're in it,
It's a bone lock.
You're just shouldered in, and it is not like when you're holding on a bicep.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like.
But even if you tax, if you tax that, if you tax it, you're giving it up anyway.
Right.
So it's not like a part of your structure that matters.
Right.
It could get obliterated. But
You're saying if you're not if you're
a flop wrist guy, right? And
if all you do is
flop.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, endurance wise, like you lose your hand,
Yeah.
sure, but you're already giving it in,
Right,
and you're pressing.
Yeah.
And I think Danny's going to do it. I think he's going to flop wrist.
Oh, you think so?
Yes.
Is that one of his moves in his arsenal?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's definitely one of his moves.
Wish that
And
was
he's
one
big.
of my moves. That's
Me too.
That's just so crazy that people can do that.
Yeah.
Not even care.
Not even care.
Oh no.
He lays it in too. So, yeah, I mean, this guy's coming out of nowhere. So
Yeah, I didn't even know who he was. And
Yeah.
you're like,
I knew who he
this
was.
Danny guy, and
but I didn't know he thought he was going to come in and kill everybody. But
Right.
Danny is talking crazy.
super crazy. In
It's
the chat.
amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
His energy's good.
Yeah, and even when Caleb called him out, told him he wasn't going to make the weight, and then he sent a picture, and we were. I mean, at least I was like,
Yep.
it looks like he's going to make it.
Dude, he hits me up after doing cardio all the time.
Yeah,
He's like, just finished another cardio session.
Nice.
Like, oh,
let's go.
let's go, big boy.
Man, I
Right.
love that. I love when you can just motivate people to. It's just fun, like when people share in your excitement for shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
You know
God,
what I mean?
yes.
Like, this guy got this guy. Is always excited about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Because it motivates me.
Yeah.
You know, and this guy too. He's like, yeah, we're gonna do this thing.
Fucking do it.
And then we got the athletes. They're like, fuck yeah. Bedwell coming up to me. I wish it was already June 4th.
Dude.
And I was like, yeah,
me
Bedwell
too.
came and arm wrestled with Devin and laid in right-handed.
he did.
And he's like, yeah, I'm here for this.
Yeah.
So I can leave Tor up and it's time to heal.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh.
Fuck yeah.
And Tucker couldn't be more confident.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that I still have no idea on that
On
match.
that one.
I mean, I have
Who do you
no.
have?
I mean, I have Bedwell.
Because he's an animal.
Well, he's an animal, and I have to see him too. but I mean, all joking aside, I love Bedwell. I think he's
Such a savage.
Yeah, exactly. Savage, great arm wrestler, good person.
Great dad.
yeah.
Just a great dude.
Yeah. I don't really know
around.
Tucker. I mean,
You
I
would
know
think the
he's
same
strong.
of him. Tucker's great.
Yeah, I know he's strong, but I just know Bedwell.
Tucker's like just a good old boy.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And that's how he holds himself, and polite, super respectful, and so dangerous.
Yeah.
So unassumingly dangerous.
Right.
Like when he gets to the table, he's going to charge up, and Bedwell's already going to be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bedwell's going to take his mouthpiece off his ear, put it in his mouth. Let's
fucking go.
Ready to go.
Let's fucking go.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
I mean, and watching Bedwell lay in that first shot is where it's going to tell so much.
Everything. Yep.
That very first beginning is going to reveal all.
I can't
Is it
wait.
too much?
Sound effects are gonna come
I
off.
just can't wait. And it sucks because I'm gonna be like behind a screen that's like
Working,
but
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I want to see it.
Feel the energy.
I want to feel the energy.
Well, I'm going to be right up in it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Golly.
I couldn't look forward to this.
Man, I want it to be June 14th already.
So good. Oh my
It's
god.
so good.
And then, you know, like we keep saying, and then we keep the party going to the after party.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, keep the energy high.
Yeah, keep it high until
Yeah.
people are like literally dead, and still instead of like, I guess I'm going home now.
Nah,
we gotta
nah,
do the whole party.
motherfuckers, we gonna go party
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And arm wrestle again.
Arm wrestle. Yeah, hang out.
Us.
This is going to be something special.
Yeah,
And if we can spread that special, that's the goal.
yeah,
Right? That people are like, oh, that's a different kind of thing I want to go to.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can go out drinking with your friends and spend $200.
all right,
No problem.
easily.
Or you could just come join us for a party and we're all going to bang.
Right.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
Get the
it's gonna
family
be a good
involved. Let's go.
Yeah, flashmanproductions.com.
Yes.
On the home screen, there's 2 buttons: all access, event tickets, after party tickets.
Yes.
Choose one. You're good to go.
Yep. Do we still have buy one, get one?
Yep, buy one, get one. I'll announce when it's over, but yeah, buy one, get one still. We put it up on Gold's arm, and he hit us back, and he was like, so I don't really understand this tournament structure. Can you, like, explain it? And I was like, okay. So I explained it to him, and he was like, well, I don't have a format for that on the website, so I'll just post the super match as its own event and then the trials as its own event.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
to me, it was cool because I was like, it's new.
It's never been done.
Oh, it's
People
definitely new.
are not doing this. Yeah,
Yeah.
It hasn't even been thought of.
And we already have another one planned.
Yeah,
Late August.
late August.
Right? And very end of August.
Yep.
And so we keep this thing rolling.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great. The next one is heavyweights, super heavies.
Next one's going to be, I think we'll do
2.
253.
Yep.
I think we do 231.
Yep.
And I think we'd go unlimited.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
see
the
what we
unlimited
get.
one is, man, it's
That
going to
could
be
get
an
crazy.
interesting one. If you think you got it and you can smash anybody at any weight,
Anyway, yeah, you just show up. Let's go. That sounds
that
crazy.
sounds super crazy.
Ridiculous.
But I'm curious what comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
We do have 2 people already for that.
Really?
Although Salvatore Rios probably could be a 253 guy.
Okay.
But Mark Grisham
Yeah.
is coming.
No.
And Devin just pulled with Mark.
Oof. And he was talking about Mark.
He was.
He's talking
He was
about
like,
Mark.
Man,
Yeah.
that
Mark is
boy's
the truth.
strong.
Hell
yeah. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to have Mark in there, and let's see who could come out and whack Mark.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we'll get Jeremy Parker
Okay.
from Oklahoma.
Yep.
And maybe we'll extend an invitation to Logan Bitters.
Yes, man.
Because Devin's like, yeah, that's a good fun one. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
And see if Mark can, rise to the top.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, he might be the guy.
He needs that.
I don't know. Devin's talking about him. Everyone's
Yeah,
talking
Devin's
about
like,
him.
he
and
might be the guy.
He might be
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's got to be 320 pounds right now or more.
Easy.
I would say more.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
6'5".
Yeah.
He's a demon, dude.
Big dude.
And he lays
Strong.
in.
Just.
Strong top
Wow. I was like, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a good team behind him he
Yes.
trains with. Shout out to Mark.
Yeah.
Mark Grisham.
Mark Grisham.
Fuck
You
yeah.
guys
He's
will
the
know
truth.
who he is.
For sure.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll do the 253s. I don't know. There's a lot of names in that. So
Yeah.
I'd kind of like to see Roger Learned in that.
Yeah.
There's,
Maybe we can do a little cross promotion thing with the Mac guys.
That'd be
Yeah,
dope.
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be super fun.
Yeah.
Oof, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's get weird.
He wants to.
Yeah.
He's saying let's do some
I wonder
stuff.
if Ian would compete.
I don't know.
Ian and
That's
Marcus
hey.
beat this
Whoa.
Right?
Man.
It's a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Anyway.
A lot of
that's-
things going on,
Yeah,
guys.
we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
This is exciting times. But yeah, keep training and keep watching.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the subscribe button because I'm going to tell you right now, 70% of people that watch do not subscribe.
Oof.
Please subscribe, guys.
Hit the button.
We're trying to grow this thing.
Trying to grow
Yeah.
it. The more we can grow it, the more crazy, awesome events that we can hold and after parties that will continue
Yes.
to grow. And
And also comment, like if you want us to talk about anything specific in terms of fitness, wellness, health,
Yeah.
arm wrestling in general, other events that are going on, a shout out to one of your events, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll review it all and we'll
Yep.
talk about it for sure.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watch arm wrestling all over the
All the
place,
time, yeah.
all the time.
All the time.
So
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's all we got.
Yep.
Awesome.
Be easy, everybody.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks is into the fray.
Yes. Holy shit.
Boy.